Welcome back, I'm Captain Xavier, and at the time this video is getting published, I should be on the field in my arena having my birthday battle against friends, and it should be magnificent. I thought I would go over the loadouts that I will be running tomorrow, so I don't have to waste time in the actual video talking about them. I will instead be talking about everyone else's loadouts, and I'm using this as an opportunity to test my travel loadouts for this summer. I am building a hopefully a fairly compact but ridiculously overpowered travel loadout. I will also have my backup loadout, and I'll talk about that today as well. But this is going to be the first real field test of a lot of this, and we'll see how well it works. And if I need to make some changes, I should have time to do so before events start up, or the travel events start up in April. So, first of all, for Throwables for this event, I have cake! Somebody sent me one of these yesterday in fan mail, and I was sure I had another one, and I was correct, so I've got 2 of those cakes to fling at people, and then I had, in fact, another cake. I thought I had a slice of cake, but I think Sergeant Deplorable actually has that one, so I will be flinging cake at people in some of the rounds. There are other rounds where the throwables are predetermined, but those are my throwables. For my primary heavy loadout that I will be traveling with, the sidearms will of course be my dual pew-pews. That is right, I have dual pew-pews. I was the first person that I know of who is allowed to order 2 of them. He has a limit where you can only buy 1, but since I was getting the first, and as far as I know so far, only left-handed one, I was allowed to get a second, and also it's me, and apparently he likes me. So, I got a pair of them, one right, one left. I put together a very nice leg rig holster setup for both of them. That was the last part. I was waiting for some of the parts. I will do the full video on these probably Monday or Wednesday of next week, so you can just see how absolutely absurd and ridiculous these things are, and I'm really looking forward to putting them through their paces this weekend. For those are the secondary, yes, these are my secondaries, which is ridiculous if you know how powerful they are. For my primaries, I will be running finally my FDL3. I have yet to actually field this in a battle, and so I'm looking forward to that. I have the semi-automatic version. It just has a regular mechanical pusher. I didn't splurge on the fancy select fire one for various reasons. I wanted the more reliable, simpler one, and because I'm planning to use it for HVZ, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how it works out. There will be additional configurations that will not be getting tested today because I need to finish them up yet, but I will at least be able to take it into the field and see how well it works. That will be my primary for things like UMBC. I probably won't run this loadout at Goucher because that would be a little bit much for their event, but I will probably field this at like Jared's Epic Nerf Battle just to really show up the scrubs. Other blasters that I will be using these as the sidearms for, I am going to be running a sniper configuration, so I will be running my Swift, which is absolutely magnificent. I've got a really light spring in here, so it's coming in at about 120, which is a little bit under what we actually allow. We allow 130, but I don't have or 150, but I don't have a spring that's at 150, and my spring spacer was causing the spring to bunch up. So 120 is what I'll be running tomorrow, which will probably be more than enough given how close quarters that is, but I'm really looking forward to testing it out, seeing how well it works, because at 120 I could actually use this in an HVZ if I really wanted to. That would be a little bit excessive, but I could use it at Afterworlds. This would be a fabulous blaster at Afterworlds, so looking forward to testing that one out because I absolutely love this thing. Everything about it is fabulous, even the colors and all of it. Final one I'll be running is I will be running a shotgunner loadout, and I will be using my Colonel Wasp that I have finally gotten everything I need to run that loadout. One of the things that both the Swift and this lacked were any kind of a sling mount, and I bought a pair of Picatinny rail-mounted ones, so I'll be swapping this sling in between those 2. This conveniently has loops for the shells. I have ordered a second one to get the magazine kit version, but they were out of stock of the magazines. But I bought the blaster and I bought the adapter for the magazines, and whenever magazines come back in stock, I will hopefully manage to order a few before they sell out again. But I'm planning to run this. The downside is I need to change the spring. The stock spring that came with it was hitting too hot. It was hitting 200, and the one that's in here is only hitting 100, and I want to get a little bit closer to 150, especially for the shotgun rounds, which hit even slower. So gonna tweak that. I'm gonna try K25. It's the same size, and that one I won't mind adjusting the length on. There's a little bit of pre-compression, so I could probably get a couple of coils off and be able to get that FPS hopefully to where I need it to be. Looking forward to running this. Should be a lot of fun. Now, we do have a couple of rounds that have lighter requirements. We do have a single shot only round, so I'm finally going to be fielding my Blood Angels pistol that I was sent. It comes in at about 85, which is well below what our maximum, but it's going to be a lot of really close quarters stuff for that, mostly throwables and melee, so that one should be a lot of fun to wield. We'll see how that works out for me. It's a beautiful pistol that I was sent, and I happen to have a holster that fits it perfectly, and we'll hook onto Molly, we'll hook onto a belt. Fabulous little holster. You can just pop the clip off. Works great. So that I'm excited to run that in a couple of rounds, possibly. I think there might be 2 rounds that I'll be running that in. We'll see. I will also be bringing my backup loadout because I will be taking that with me when I travel as well. So I've got my dual Orange Modworks hammer shots in the 3D printed solid holsters that are still very nice. The left-hand one is great. The right-hand one is a little bit sticky now because it overheated when I brought it back from Texas, and I haven't gotten around to hitting it with a heat gun and opening it back up so it's not quite so tight because it's a little bit snug now. But those are obviously staples of my loadouts, especially for HVZ. It's what I ran for all of 2018, 2019, and the one event I went to in 2020. Absolutely fabulous. And then I will, of course, also have my Orange Modworks Elite Alpha Trooper. Give that a run, make sure that it's not having any malfunctions. I obviously will still open it up and tune it before I travel, but there were a couple of rounds where I might be running a shield, and these are legal with shields. They're the only thing that I've shown so far other than throwables that are legal with shields, and so we'll see. Those will probably see some use. And for melee, I will of course be using my machete, which is still in remarkably good condition for how many years I've used it and how much abuse it has taken. Kind of a testament to the construction that I use. I'm really quite pleased with that. So, yeah, and then of course, obviously I'll have both my large and my small tower shields with me, or my round shield and my tower shield, and we'll see how that works. But it should be a lot of fun. Got a good group of people coming to this one. A couple of people who've never actually been down to events at my arena yet. So hopefully they will have fun, and shenanigans will abound. So there you have it. I will try to get good footage. I'll try to remember to turn my GoPro on, and I will try to remember to actually grab GoPro footage from other people and put together a really good compilation of this first Nerf war of 2022 for you. And then next week I will have the full loadouts videos for my pew-pews, do a full video on them, and talk about my FDL and all of that. So stay tuned for that good stuff coming down the pipe. My weekends are filling up fast. It's gonna be a good summer, I'm thinking. So hope you enjoyed this. Thank you guys for watching.